Mask lie situation started like every research project starts by looking at Seinfeld. So those of you who remember this, Jerry and Elaine go to see the baby. You have to see the baby. You have to see the baby. They go to see the baby. And that's what they get, right? So they look at the baby, and the baby is the ugliest baby they've ever seen, right? It's just a monster. And then they go out to the fresh air. You know, they need it. They almost fainted in the room. And then they talk with each other and say, look, they're never going to know that the baby is ugly. No one is ever going to tell them that the baby is ugly. Have you ever told parents that their baby is ugly? Hopefully not, right? You don't do that, right? It's a mask lie situation. Well, Israelis might be better than other groups that, you know, yeah, how's the baby? Yeah, you know, it's okay, it's okay. You know, he will grow. Yeah, he looks smart. Yeah, no. So maybe there is something that I can do and change it. And my wife told me already a long time ago that if she asked me if the dress, you know, looks good on her and we're still home, that she can change, I should tell her. But if we're already at the wedding, I shouldn't tell her, right? That's not a good time. And the same goes over here. So the baby is ugly, it's not very useful. In many other cases, it is useful. We looked at attractiveness. We thought that, you know, what do people care about more than attractiveness? It's hard to find something that all of us care about more than that. So we invited 20 people to the lab, 10 men, 10 women, divided them, 10 men over here, 10 women over here. And we asked them first to do a very simple task. We asked the 10 men to rank the attractiveness of the 10 women from 1 to 10, a complete list. So 1 was the most attractive woman, 10 was the least attractive woman, and we had all the numbers, and we asked the women to do the same. The group, not guesses, of the choices of the group, you'll get $10. So we asked people to do that. That's not that interesting yet. Then the second stage, we asked people to rank their own attractiveness. And we told them, look, if you're going to be, so if you're in the group of men, you have to guess how the women ranked you. What was the ranking that you got from the women? And that's what we found. Many more people thought that they are here than here, right? So maybe not the best looking person in the group, but, you know, second or third, that's kind of good. Only 1 person thought is the worst, 2 that are 9, but, you know, it's quite striking, right? People were above average by far, right? So that's people, again, not shocking. People think that they are nicer. Is anyone, don't raise your hand, but does anyone in this room think that he's the ugliest person in the room? I do know, you know, we were at another conference in Jerusalem and said, look, I know that Ido is taller than me, but who's better looking, Ido or me? That's something that I don't get feedback on. My last date was in the 80s, so I did get some feedback, but it's kind of outdated. And so how do I know if I'm attractive or not? It's really hard to get the feedback about that. Here comes the one that I was starting to describe before because it's much more exciting and I wanted to jump directly to it. The feedback one, that's the main one we have, right? So I'm going to tell On, look, On, I think you're 5, and then On is going to guess what's his ranking, and if On will get it right, then each of us gets $10. Going back to a mask lie situation, what we expect is that I will not give him the right feedback. We found that when people had to give feedback to other people that see them, they don't know each other, but they see them, we see again that it's a very skewed distribution. Basically, very few people get the 4 worst appearances. So some people tell them that there are 7, but in general, people try to avoid this.